Hey y'all, welcome in. I have been doing a little series, not so little series on my channel where I am going through the careers and creating tiny houses for each career. What that looks like is each career obviously has different skills that you need to progress, some more than others. So I've done an actor's house that, you need to dance, you need acting skill, you need like charisma. The list goes on. You need active skill. So for that house, it was a little more into it, Well, some careers, jobs, they don't require so much. Like we did a babysitter's house last time and all they really need is charisma. And the same goes for this house. So this is my barista's tiny house. And all you really need to progress in the barista job, have level 2 mixologist. This is a part-time job. And there are a couple of part-time jobs. There's 10 of them to be exact. Adults can work multiple part-time jobs. Teens cannot. And it's obviously not like necessarily a career. However, these are still important and I still want to mention them and give them a house. So with this part-time job, like I said, you just need the mixologist skill. So I went ahead and decided that this person is gonna have a bar. Obviously they need the mixologist skill. Well, I just wanted to do a shipment container home and I felt like this person who works part-time as a barista needs a mixologist skill. They're gonna be like living on their own, living their best life, and have this really great almost community lot. Like their house is on this lot, but they also have the old rusted van turned bar. They have a projector screen with a nice blanket so people can come watch movies in the yard. They are very eco-friendly and almost like self-sufficient. I don't know, that's kind of where we just dove into this. Like I said, I really wanted to do a shipment container home. I really wanted it to be a little different. So we've got some stacked container homes, which feels really cool to me and is really different. I do shift them around a little bit and their colors definitely change. But I love this idea of really lifting it up onto a foundation high so that we can have the bar in front of the house, kind of off to the side, but really allow you to see the house fully as well as get the lay of the land when you're in the front. So this little bar from Werewolves is so cute. It's a 2-piece, right? So you don't have to use the van with it, but why wouldn't you? It's so just iconic. So cute. And it really goes into this like rustic, refurbished feel. This is an eco-friendly sim. This sim that I've created in my brain is eco-friendly and I think likes to use a lot of older stuff, refurbished to new. It's not very modern. It's very rustic, eclectic feeling in this house. So I used some flowery terrain paint and really go back over it with a plain green to kind of give it more of like a feel like the flowers are growing, but it's not super bright. It doesn't feel too patterned. And then of course going in with some dirt terrain. Now I know I said I wouldn't do terrain paint first, but I really wanted to get an idea of how this would look because I wasn't sure where I was going with the terrain paint on this. But I really like the idea of it and things move around still. Of course, they always do. So a little bit about the barista career. It's really like cut and dry. There are 3 levels: coffee stain remover, bean blender, and latte artist. It is a rabbit hole job, so your sim pretty much just disappears, goes, makes money, and come back, which is such a shame. It'd be so much fun to go and like be a barista and make drink orders for people. I think that'd be really cool. But whatever. there are mods for that, I guess. We're really, like I said, diving into this like rustic, handmade, refurbished feel. So I do these really nice industrial looking cabinets for the kitchen. We use some of the cheaper appliances and do the pink and the blue because I really like dove into this very pastel soft color vibe here. And then I knew I wasn't gonna have a staircase. It's a 3-story house. It's a small home. It's 96 tiles completely. I wasn't gonna do stairs. We got like this really big nice staircase going up into the first floor. And then from there, we have ladders. I will go ahead and say, like, this house is play tested through and through. You can get in here, do your thing, have fun, and live in this great home. When searching for a couch, I wasn't sure how far I wanted to go into this like refurbished, handmade looking vibe, but I ultimately decided on this really nice little white couch with the pink cushions, soft, matches the coffee table really well. And then, of course, I wanted to use the little mushroom stool because it's just so cute and it matches the vibe. The other couches I was looking at, I felt were too worn looking. I wanted to still look a certain way, you know? This is our bathroom, and it is not a tiny, tiny bathroom. It definitely has lots of room for you to get in there, take care of business. But it's cute. It's got that really big window. I put some curtains up. I end up using the Desert Luxe curtains because I like how they're just real flat to the wall, so I don't have to move the toilet over too far. I wanted to make sure everything stayed playable. So the vibe and layout of this house is you walk straight into this really great kitchen that has a little table on the side. Then you go upstairs. You go up the ladder to the second floor, which is your like lounging area. You've got your TV, your couch, your bathroom. Third floor is her bedroom. So up here, you're going to have a desk and a computer. You're going to have her bed, dresser, and I even put a little coffee bar up here. I realized towards the end of this build, that's what was missing. Here I'm saying this person's a barista and goes and makes coffee for their part-time job, and they don't have a coffee pot. Maybe they're sick of coffee. Who knows? But I ended up putting a coffee bar in their bedroom because, man, you wake up and you're like, I want coffee, but I have to climb down 2 ladders to go even just turn on the pot of coffee. Why wouldn't it be upstairs? We're talking tiny home and space saving and multifunctional areas. Makes perfect sense to me that you would have a little coffee space upstairs to like get out of bed, go turn your coffee pot on, climb down the ladder, go to the bathroom, climb up the ladder, get your coffee. Just don't climb down the ladder with the coffee in hand. Sounds like it could be painful. So I'm going around kind of pulling out some things, looking at all the different fire pits because they all have such a different vibe to them. And then getting little things. Like I said, I wanted this person to really be like self-sufficient, off the grid, just a little bit. They're really not, okay? But I give them some planters. I give them a clothing line, like a laundry line to do their laundry. And then they've got the bee box and they've got chickens. And I just thought that was really cool and really lays into the fact like that this person has a great awareness for their environment around them. I give them little things like a guitar, a knitting bag. I don't know that I kept the art easel. It's a little like in the way, but wanted them to have things that they could do here other than like watch TV and play on the computer. Just little other skill building items, if you will. But like I said, for a barista, all you really need is the mixologist skill, which seems a little weird that it would be a part-time teen job and they would need a mixologist skill. Like, I get it. I get how it coincides with drink making, coffee making. So my thought really was, since it is a container home, I know that people put walls up and like plaster the walls so you don't see the texture anymore. Kind of insulate the shipment container, if you will. Well, she didn't do that. I actually keep all the walls white as if she painted them white before moving in, after moving in, whatever that looked like. I just really liked the feel of it. I did put wallpaper up and I put even like different colors of the shipment container wallpaper, that paneled wallpaper. I just really liked the way that the white looked. It felt very clean, and that way I could have lots of pretty colors. Mine is the bathroom. The bathroom's like, you know, she had to have a little extra pink in there. But really, I just liked the way that that white looked. Now we're just like doing little clutter, making this really homey. I love clutter. I really do. Add plants because it just adds into that like sustainable responsibility, growing plants and having that really fresh air all around you, even when you're inside. It's something wonderful about it and something so beautiful about plants around the house. Growing up, we didn't have plants around my house. It just wasn't something. Actually, I take that back. When I was like 13 or 14, my mom was gifted an ivy, and that ivy grew and was so beautiful and just sat in the window for years and years and years. And then it just didn't make it anymore. I can't tell you what happened to it. I wasn't aware of it, but one of those sad things. So now I have plants and I do my best to keep them alive. I had an aloe vera die recently. I don't know how you hurt an aloe vera, but apparently I did. But the other succulents I have are doing great. I'm not sure what happened. I recently downloaded an app to take pictures of my plant leaves to see what's going on with them. The best plants I have, the little $5, it's called a purple waffle. And it is just the most gorgeous thing. It has grown so much in the past 6-8 months of me having it. She's just gorgeous and I love her. She lets me know when she's thirsty. She droops a little. I give her water. She perks right back up. We have a great relationship. However, I have a peace lily that was given to me when I had an aunt pass away. Well, she was gifted to the family. And she's beautiful. She's thriving. She tries to flower every now and then. And I just can't get that flower to stay alive. But we're learning. She's doing really good. She just got repotted a week or two ago. So I have a couple other plants, but like I said, just something really nice about having greenery in the house. It just feels good. It's funny with these tiny homes, I always want to do more. I feel like there's never enough. I feel that's a me problem. Honestly, we're getting closer to being done with the interior of the house. I have that really great little shoe rack. You've got a really nice entrance straight into the kitchen. It's a really nice space. Honestly, I like how open it is. It goes with this personality that I think that the sim would have. And now we're just kind of deciding which fire pit's gonna stay, how many chairs we want. I definitely want a fire pit because it adds into this really community vibe that I'm going for here. This is the place where you want to come hang out. And so you got a fire pit and there's a little table and chairs for people to sit at, go watch a movie on the projector screen, grab a drink, just hang out and have fun. I knew I needed to separate some stuff out. So my idea, your sim can in the end get to the backyard just by walking back there. But I also put a really long ladder that goes up to the top floor. So your sim can kind of go straight into the house and go straight from the house to the backyard. But in the backyard is where I put the planters, your clothing line, the bee box, your chickens, and just kind of make it your space. The community is more than welcome to come hang out in your front yard and use whatever's out there. The backyard's just for you. Those are your bees. Those are your chickens. I don't know. It just felt right that she would be able to have something to herself. You know me, I'm a sucker for some twinkle lights, but I end up putting them in the back. It just felt right. There's not a ton of lights in the front, but it works. So I've gone ahead and moved the house over so that way you really have a moment that you walk up into the beautiful house and it doesn't take away from the bar and the bar doesn't take away from the house. They're kind of away from each other so you can get a really good view of both and the staircase doesn't feel hidden behind the bus bar. Landscaping, I wasn't super sure about. I knew that I wanted there to be more. I just wasn't sure how much would be too much, how much would be too little, what it should look like, honestly. But I really just decided to go in with a bunch of different flowers. I used the low-lying flowers because it's just a great low grass to get started with. And then I just layer in pink and just try to make it really lovely, honestly. Just super sweet and just a place that you would want to go and sit and smell the flowers, smell the roses. Now I will say, because I haven't said it yet, so this is a small home. It's 3rd tier, so you're getting very minimal perks. You're getting the like tiny home perks, so that you're pretty much always happy. And there is another perk, and bills. I'm like, my brain went empty. Your bills are less money with a tiny home, which makes sense. It's a smaller home, you know. It's not like you're rocking a castle on this lot. It's a small home. It should be cheaper. The reason I went with the 3rd tier of tiny home is you don't really need a big boost in skill building like the 1st and 2nd tier gives you. You're just trying to get to level 2 of the mixologist skill, and that should be fairly easy. It's not going to take you like a whole lot of time to do that. We live in the 3rd tier, and I think that's perfect. It doesn't need to be any more. I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this the way that I feel like it looked if it was only 64 tiles. Would have had to knock off an entire floor, and I didn't want to give that. Could it be achieved? For sure. The kitchen would be smaller. It would look really different. And you know what? For these part-time jobs, they don't need a big skill boost. So why do it to them? They can have a small home. So I'm getting some terrain paint down, and we're getting closer to being done with this house. I wanted it to look like people walk all around this space. You know, they're walking onto the lot, going and sitting down, or they're walking over to the bar, or they're going inside the house, which, I mean, I don't know why you'd want a ton of people inside your house, but it felt right to have like a wider span of that dirt looking like it's well traveled. And then I decided to go in with more landscaping, almost to have this wild growth feel. If that makes sense. It sounds weird when I say it. But like to have this almost like unkempt, really great, lush feel. You know, this person's all about being green and living their best life in this community. I just felt like the flowers everywhere, and it just felt so right. I don't know. You know, what do you think? Tell me what you think, because I put all those little like wildflowers under the house, and then I put the flowers all around the house, and I just think it's so gorgeous and so beautiful. So we're pretty much done here. All I'm going to do is jump upstairs, make that coffee bar real quick. You'll be able to see it in the screenshots, but let's definitely take a step back, look at these screenshots, and for sure let me know what you think of these kind of wildflowers, if you will. If you want this house for yourself, you can get it off the gallery. The EA ID is katxthrash, just like the name here on YouTube. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Keep coming back. I'm going to link this playlist for you. This is Career Tiny Homes in The Sims 4. So I've already gone through the A's, I'm in the B's, and we are moving through and having a lot of fun. So definitely check them out. Keep coming back. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. And also, thanks for 100 subscribers. It feels kind of crazy and a little unreal. I absolutely love building in The Sims, and I love that you love seeing it, because I really pour a lot into these builds and I just have so much fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. You're literally the best. Like you, yes, you, listening to this, watching this. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.